Good morning. As you can see behind me, we are out at Lake Mineral Wells State Park and Trailway. We've came in through the gate. Just to let you know, it's December 29th or 28th, and due to the pandemic, their hours have changed. They open at 8 a.m. and close at 8 p.m. and they do have a gate, so if you get out there early, you're going to sit and wait a little bit. So we didn't get here as early as we like for the sunset because we had to wait for the gate to open. We came in and we've come around to where it is the, see if you can see it, if I come out here, the Cross Timbers Trail, because we went, rather than hiking along the lake, which you can see is all off behind me that direction, we're going to take these trails that wander around and go out north of the park. They'll go along the lake in some areas and back off of the woods. I'm hoping we might see some more deer and other wildlife, and I don't know, we're going to see. But as with all of our Texas state parks, the roads are in great condition, the parks are great, they've got restrooms, amenities, showers, all sorts of nice things. I'll post links for the website and all the information, maps and everything in the comment section below. So let's head off down the trail and see what awaits us on this beautiful December morning. Well, we've gone probably about 1.25 miles. We're on, if you look at the maps, and there are maps on the website, and of course with all the state parks, when you come in you can get a map from the rangers at the entrance, but we've come out to the Cross Timbers Trail, and we've been on the Black Trail, which is one of the first trails you get on when you come out here. And we've gone, like I said, about 1.25 miles, give or take a little bit. It stays away from the lake, and as you can see behind me, the trails are pretty good. This one gets a little aggressive for a little bit here, but it's not terrible. But we've got all this scrub brush, mesquite, oak, and everything all behind, so we haven't seen any large wildlife, deer, anything like that. They're probably are out here, but they're hidden, they're camouflaged in the woods. We've seen quite a few songbirds, some buzzards flying overhead. Some I believe it was a black vulture. I didn't get a real good look at its head. And then I saw one lone white pelican flying overhead, which leads me to believe that there's probably a flock somewhere out on the lake here, because they typically travel in flocks. They don't travel alone. So hopefully when we get out, we're going to turn and start heading back towards where we came from, and then we're going to get in and drive around the lake and check out some of the other trail areas, see what we can see on the lake. Maybe we'll come across that flock of pelicans, or I've seen some other waterfowl as well, ducks and cormorants flying overhead, so maybe we'll find some of them too. But beautiful park as always. The trails are pretty good, great for fitness, just hiking, nature, and I'm sure there probably, like I said, is wildlife. But we got out because of the park not opening until 8. We got out here about 30. By the time we got into the park and everything and where we were, it was 8:30 or later, and so an hour after sunset. So a lot of the early animals have already gone back into the deep woods and are hiding. So if we could get out here at sunrise, we'd probably have a better chance of seeing more animals. But it is what it is. It's still a beautiful morning, a great place to come out and hike and see things. And I'm sure with all of these trees, you can see it's December, so they're all bare. I'm sure this is really pretty and green. Come out back out in the spring or the summer, be really nice. Hopefully once we get through this pandemic, they'll change their hours and we can get back out here some morning at sunrise and actually have a better shot at seeing more of the wildlife that's out here. But like I say, it's still very nice. It's a little further out. It's on the edge of Mineral Wells. So from Fort Worth, about 45 minutes, a little further from Dallas, depending on where you're coming from. More west, so it's got more of that western feel with the cactus and the pin oaks and scrub oaks and mesquite and everything. So a different feel than the parks if you go to the east side of Dallas, but very nice. And so we're going to head back around the other way, see what else we see, and I'll be back in a little bit. Well, we finished our hike there. We came back. There's a trail behind. We're back at the parking lot for the Cross Timber Trails. We went a couple of miles out, or a little over a mile out and back, so a couple miles round trip. Didn't see a whole lot of no big game, no deer, anything like that. Quite a few songbirds, robins. We saw the buzzards, some Canada geese flying over, cormorants. So seen some birds, not a whole lot of other, but the trails are really good. It's great for hiking and fitness. So this part's really nice, and the trails, I'll put a link to the map to the website, and you can see you could easily walk 8-10 miles out here if you did all of the trails combined. They go quite a ways up north around the park, so it's really nice. Now we're going to get in the car and we're going to drive around the lake and see if we can get up closer to the water. The one thing about this trail is you can see the lake as you're hiking, but you're up high, probably 40, 50, 60 feet up above the water. As it's down, you can see it, so you can't really get access to the water. So we're going to go drive around the lake and see what other areas there are, and hopefully see some more birds, wildlife. Who knows, we might cross some deer in the road. We'll find out as we head around, so I'll be back in a bit. Well, we've wrapped everything up here. We drove around the lake. We didn't see a whole lot, and I think what's going on is, if you can look at the sky over my head, all of these clouds are rolling in. I think we've got a storm prep coming in. I'm standing on the spillway now. You drive across this when the water's not too high. Sometimes if the water's high, it gets closed down, you can't go, but it's still a beautiful park. We didn't see a whole lot, but very pretty. Well worth the trip if you want to see some nature out here. So I'm going to sign off, head back to the house, and we'll see you guys later. Have a great day.